Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The news that just dropped has sent shockwaves across the baseball world, and it's hard to even process the implications. The Los Angeles Dodgers, a team known for making calculated moves and never shying away from bold decisions, have reportedly traded Max Muncy to bring in the powerhouse third baseman Nolan Arenado. Sources close to the organization hint that the decision was anything but impulsive, with months of scouting, negotiations, and late-night calls shaping what now seems like one of the most headline-grabbing trades of the season. Fans have been speculating for weeks about the Dodgers' pursuit of a big-name infielder, but few could have predicted that Muncy, a fan favorite and a consistent offensive contributor, would be the one to be moved. The buzz around the locker room suggests that while Muncy's departure is bittersweet, the arrival of Arenado promises a seismic shift in both the defensive and offensive strategies of the team. Rumors now point to Arenado's immediate integration into the Dodgers lineup, with insiders suggesting that his leadership in the field could elevate a team already brimming with talent. Social media is exploding with reactions, memes, and debates, capturing the mix of excitement, shock, and disbelief that only a blockbuster trade of this magnitude can generate. Analysts are rushing to recalculate projections, while casual fans are trying to wrap their heads around the sheer audacity of this move, highlighting how a single trade can redefine a team's trajectory in an instant. In the midst of all this frenzy, the whispers of locker room chemistry, clubhouse influence, and long-term strategy are growing louder, painting a picture of a Dodgers franchise willing to bet big on a superstar presence. And the sports world can barely catch its breath as the reality sinks in, promising endless discussions, hot takes, and a season that will be remembered for this defining moment in Major League Baseball history. Sources indicate that negotiations for this trade were intense, with multiple teams reportedly vying for Arenado before the Dodgers made their final move. The front office strategy appeared meticulously planned, and industry insiders suggest that this trade is more than just about adding a heavy hitter to the roster. It's about sending a message to the league, signaling that the Dodgers are not only aiming for a playoff run, but are willing to shake up their roster to achieve a dominant, championship-contending configuration. Max Muncy, whose versatility and clutch performances have been crucial in past seasons, becomes a key piece for the team acquiring him, adding power and consistency to their lineup. Meanwhile, Arenado's arrival injects a new level of defensive excellence, leadership, and championship experience, elements that analysts insist can't be measured purely in stats. The rumor mill is buzzing with speculation about how Arenado's presence will alter the Dodgers' batting order, infield rotations, and even bullpen management as coaches adapt to maximize the combined talent of their star-studded roster. Some insiders whisper that locker room dynamics may shift dramatically, as Arenado's assertive leadership style could create new hierarchies or energize veteran players seeking renewed inspiration. Social media is ablaze with fans debating the trade's merits, often splitting between those mourning Muncy's departure and those celebrating Arenado's arrival. Trade rumors like these often ripple through the entire league, prompting other teams to reassess strategies, player values, and potential moves in response to a blockbuster transaction. Sports podcasts, blogs, and YouTube channels are already dissecting every angle, from statistical implications to the psychological impact on players, while casual viewers can't stop scrolling to witness the unfolding saga. The overarching sentiment is that the Dodgers have made a calculated gamble, one that could either propel them to a historic season or backfire if the chemistry and adjustments don't align as predicted, creating an atmosphere of tension, anticipation, and relentless speculation that makes baseball headlines feel electrifying in ways rarely seen outside the postseason frenzy. Analysts are already projecting the potential ripple effects on rival teams, playoff seeding, and even the MVP race, emphasizing that a single trade can reshape narratives across the entire league, transforming ordinary weeks into historic turning points that dominate discussions in stadiums, broadcast studios, and online forums alike. The immediate implications of the Dodgers trade for Nolan Arenado are already causing a whirlwind of speculation across the baseball landscape, with insiders suggesting that his arrival could redefine how the team approaches both offense and defense. Observers note that Arenado's defensive prowess at third base is unmatched, with a Gold Glove pedigree that adds credibility and stability to a Dodgers infield that has been strong but occasionally vulnerable in high-pressure situations. Analysts are dissecting past games, comparing Arenado's fielding metrics to MUNCY's range and versatility, and the consensus is that while MUNCY offered flexibility, Arenado brings a level of dominance that few players in the league can match. Rumors circulating in clubhouse discussions suggest that veteran players are intrigued, some cautiously optimistic about how a high-caliber presence like Arenado might elevate their performance, while younger players are reportedly eager to learn from his work ethic and competitive intensity. Social media platforms are exploding with debate, fans trading hot takes about whether the Dodgers overpaid, whether MUNCY will thrive in a new environment, and how Arenado's arrival will influence the team's chances in late-season playoff runs. Bloggers and podcasters are mapping out scenarios for batting order adjustments, infield strategies, and potential shifts in pitching rotations, emphasizing that a single high-profile trade can create a ripple effect that alters everything from managerial decisions to ticket sales. Rumors suggest that locker room dynamics are being carefully monitored, with coaches and executives closely watching interactions to ensure smooth integration, signaling the high stakes involved in aligning talent, personality, and performance under the glare of national attention. The excitement is palpable, with fans and analysts alike speculating not only about immediate wins, but also long-term ramifications, playoff prospects, and the potential for this blockbuster move to become one of the defining moments of the Dodgers season, leaving an indelible mark on the narrative of Major League Baseball for years to come. Whispers from sources close to the front office indicate that the Dodgers' willingness to part with Max Muncy wasn't taken lightly, suggesting that internal analytics and player projections played a decisive role in the final decision. The consensus is that Muncy's departure, while significant in terms of on-field contribution, opens the door for Arenado to become a central figure in the Dodgers' offensive and defensive identity, potentially elevating the team to a level of dominance that can intimidate rivals. Speculation about the integration process has fans and pundits imagining clubhouse scenes, from strategic planning sessions to batting practice rituals, as everyone adapts to the presence of a player with Arenado's reputation, skill, and competitive fire. Rumors emphasize that coaches are likely rethinking lineup optimization, infield positioning, and batting rotations, all in an effort to maximize the potential of this trade, with projections indicating that Arenado could generate an immediate uptick in wins above replacement, while Muncy's impact on his new team is also being hotly debated. Analysts point to historical comparisons of mid-season trades and their effect on team morale, performance trends, and playoff outcomes, suggesting that the Dodgers are banking on a high-reward scenario that blends statistical advantage with leadership influence. Social media chatter highlights a split fan base, with some mourning the loss of a familiar hero in Muncy and others celebrating the arrival of a star capable of redefining expectations and delivering marquee moments on the diamond. Insider reports suggest that the front office is managing the narrative carefully, preparing for interviews, press conferences, and media questions that will inevitably focus on chemistry, contracts, and the immediate path to a championship run. As the rumor mill churns, the overarching sense is that this trade is more than a transaction. It's a calculated statement about ambition, vision, and the Dodgers' relentless pursuit of baseball supremacy, and every baseball fan watching knows that the ripple effects will be dissected endlessly across broadcasts, podcasts, and social feeds, fueling conversations that could dominate the season's storylines and redefine rivalries, expectations, and team identities in ways that few anticipated. The buzz surrounding Nolan Arenado's debut with the Dodgers has taken on a life of its own, with fans and analysts alike speculating on how his presence will alter the team's identity both on and off the field. Early reports from insiders suggest that his leadership style, known for high standards, intensity, and vocal guidance, could create a renewed sense of accountability among players, pushing veterans to elevate their game while inspiring younger talent to step up and embrace responsibility. Rumors indicate that clubhouse dynamics are being carefully monitored, with coaches orchestrating scenarios that allow ARENADO to settle in without disrupting established chemistry. Yet sources hint that his arrival may naturally shift the balance of influence, as players and staff adjust to a new hierarchy of presence and performance expectations. Observers have pointed out that ARENADO's reputation for clutch hitting and defensive excellence could provide a psychological boost to teammates, potentially turning tight games into confident performances while intimidating opposition pitchers and base runners. Social media is rife with speculation about how the Dodgers' batting order will evolve, with debates centering on strategic placement to maximize run production and leverage ARENADO's unique strengths. Trade analysts are already projecting metrics, comparing projected wins above replacement, defensive runs saved, and overall team efficiency before and after the trade, emphasizing the immediate statistical impact. Bloggers have even suggested potential ripple effects in the free agent market, as rival teams may feel compelled to react to maintain competitiveness, highlighting the league-wide significance of a blockbuster move. The overarching narrative, fueled by rumors, expert insight, and fan speculation, paints a picture of a Dodgers roster poised for transformation, where ARENADO's integration is seen as both a tactical masterstroke and a catalyst for cultural evolution within one of baseball's most scrutinized organizations, suggesting that the consequences of this trade will reverberate throughout the season and beyond, ensuring endless debate, analysis, and anticipation for every game. Insiders report that the Dodgers front office has been meticulous in planning ARENADO's integration, from adjusting practice routines to recalibrating scouting reports and defensive alignments, signaling that this trade is about long-term strategic dominance as much as immediate on-field results. Sources suggest that veteran players have been briefed on the anticipated shifts, while younger athletes are reportedly being mentored to quickly adapt to ARENADO's style, work ethic, and expectations, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond mere statistics. Rumors indicate that the coaching staff is reevaluating pitching sequences, infield coverage, and batting rotations to align with ARENADO's strengths, maximizing both offensive and defensive contributions while maintaining flexibility in high-pressure scenarios. Fans are speculating about lineup permutations, with social media posts dissecting how ARENADO could bat in various positions and how his defensive presence may alter base-stealing strategies and double-play probabilities. Analysts are examining historical precedents for mid-season trades of elite third basemen, noting patterns in team performance, morale shifts, and playoff outcomes, all suggesting that the Dodgers are aiming for a high-reward, calculated gamble. MUNCY's departure is similarly being scrutinized, with rumors indicating that his new team views him as a cornerstone piece capable of immediate impact, adding another layer of intrigue to the trade's narrative. Pundits are projecting how ARENADO's influence could extend beyond measurable statistics, potentially shaping the Dodgers' clubhouse culture, mentoring programs, and even interactions with media and fan engagement strategies. With speculation, rumor, and analysis converging, the consensus is that this blockbuster trade is more than a headline. It is a seismic event in Major League Baseball, promising weeks, months, and possibly years of ripple effects, debates, and narratives that will dominate the sports discourse and redefine expectations for the Dodgers, MUNCY, ARENADO, and the league at large, cementing this transaction as a historic moment in baseball lore. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Reports indicate that coaching staff meetings have intensified following the announcement, with analysts suggesting that the Dodgers are meticulously planning ARENADO's role in practice drills, situational plays, and strategic decisions, reflecting a comprehensive approach to integrating a superstar midseason. Rumors circulating in insider circles hint that veteran players are taking on mentorship roles, helping younger teammates acclimate to ARENADO's style, competitive intensity, and high standards, ensuring that the locker room remains cohesive despite the dramatic roster change. Observers speculate about adjustments in defensive alignments, with particular attention to infield positioning, double play formations, and response strategies against high-velocity pitching, all aimed at leveraging ARENADO's Gold Glove caliber abilities. Fan speculation focuses on lineup positioning, with debates over whether ARENADO should occupy the cleanup spot or shift to the third batting slot, maximizing offensive output while maintaining balance throughout the order. Analysts are comparing projected WAR, OPS, and defensive runs saved metrics to gauge immediate impact, while also emphasizing intangible benefits such as leadership, confidence, and mental fortitude that ARENADO brings to a competitive locker room. Trade historians note that mid-season blockbuster acquisitions of elite players often serve as catalysts for both performance surges and heightened media attention, creating momentum that can influence playoff outcomes and fan engagement. Social media chatter includes predictive simulations, highlight reel analyses, and mock debates, reflecting the depth of public interest and the intensity of speculation surrounding such a transformative trade. Rumors also suggest that MUNCY's new team is optimistic about his ability to generate power and consistency, adding layers of intrigue as both sides now navigate the implications, making this trade a defining storyline that blends statistics, psychology, strategy, and fan passion into a single, highly compelling narrative in Major League Baseball. Insider whispers suggest that managerial strategies are already shifting in response to ARENADO's arrival, with reports indicating that pitching rotations, bullpen usage, and infield coverage are being reevaluated to leverage his unique defensive and offensive skill set. Analysts speculate that the Dodgers are anticipating short-term growing pains as players adjust to new dynamics, while simultaneously betting on long-term gains through improved run prevention, strategic versatility, and elevated team morale. Rumors emphasize the psychological impact of ARENADO's presence, with veteran players reportedly inspired by his work ethic, while younger players are expected to adopt new standards of preparation, focus, and performance intensity, creating subtle but critical shifts in clubhouse culture. Fan discussions revolve around hypothetical scenarios for playoff matchups, considering how ARENADO's defense and power hitting could swing key games, while also debating potential weaknesses that opposing teams might attempt to exploit. Sports commentators are noting the historical significance of trading a homegrown fan favorite like MUNCY for a proven superstar, highlighting parallels to previous trades that reshaped franchises and altered competitive landscapes. Analysts also speculate about contract considerations, team payroll implications, and future trades, adding layers of intrigue to an already complex narrative. Social media chatter remains intense, blending statistical analysis, rumor verification, and fan opinion, as the baseball community attempts to process the magnitude of the move. Ultimately, insiders suggest that this trade is about more than immediate performance. It's a bold statement of intent, a strategic gamble that signals the Dodgers' commitment to dominance, championship ambition, and calculated risk-taking, ensuring that every game, every play, and every locker room conversation will now carry heightened significance for the remainder of the season. Rumors from sources close to the league suggest that Nolan Arenado's debut could redefine the Dodgers' midseason trajectory, with speculation that his combination of defensive mastery and offensive firepower may create a tangible psychological edge over opponents. Analysts point out that Arenado's ability to anchor the infield, convert difficult plays, and maintain consistency at the plate brings a rare level of stability, which could influence managerial decisions, pitching strategies, and situational substitutions, further amplifying his impact. Social media is flooded with fan projections, memes, and what-if scenarios, dissecting how this trade reshapes not only the Dodgers' prospects, but also the competitive dynamics across rival teams, highlighting the interconnected ripple effect of a single blockbuster transaction. Insider chatter emphasizes that the locker room atmosphere is being closely monitored as coaches and executives navigate potential cultural adjustments, ensuring Arenado integrates smoothly while leveraging his leadership to inspire, challenge, and elevate teammates. Bloggers speculate about potential lineup configurations, defensive shifts, and statistical projections, comparing historical trades of similar magnitude to anticipate immediate and long-term effects on win percentages, postseason strategies, and player development. MUNCY's departure is analyzed in parallel, with whispers suggesting that his new team could experience a boost in power hitting and versatility, adding a layer of league-wide intrigue that magnifies the significance of the Dodgers' decision. Analysts also highlight ARENADO's intangibles, work ethic, focus, and competitive intensity, as critical factors that could redefine team chemistry, elevate performance consistency, and create momentum during high-pressure moments. Overall, the narrative constructed through rumors, statistical analysis, and fan speculation frames this trade as a pivotal, historic, and potentially transformative moment in Major League Baseball, captivating the attention of every corner of the baseball world and ensuring sustained discussion, debate, and anticipation for the months ahead. Sources indicate that broadcasters, analysts, and sports writers are already recalibrating their narratives, acknowledging that the Dodgers trade for Nolan Arenado is more than a transaction. It is a statement of ambition, strategy, and calculated risk-taking that will dominate discussion across platforms. Rumors suggest that scouting reports are being updated in real time, reflecting projections on how. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.